Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and this is a Fifi La Pew Pew, the 105 leFH18B2 French Tier 5 Premium SPG in the What Arty Noobs colours. Yes, it's actually got the colours devised for us by Sir Rusty, and it's the French tricolour, the blue, white and red of the French national flag. Because this is a French Arty, but in actual fact it was a German Arty when it was built. It's being commanded by LT38, and he's on the south spawn of Fiery Salient, and battle has commenced. Now the Fifi, as we've come to know her, weighs in at 33 tons because it's a heavy tank. A heavy tank with a big howitzer on top. And that means that if a light tank tries to ram this tank, they usually come off worst. In fact, they usually die against the side of the tank like bugs on the windshield. And that's very funny whenever that happens. But LT38 is headed off towards the bushes. And I think he's going to fire from this position. And okay, he's got some targets straight away. It's an MT25 up in the centre line. He's got a 7.8 second reload on this Arty. He carries 36 rounds of HE and 6 rounds of AP on this one. In fact, this is one of the few Arty at lower tiers that can still use premium ammo. It uses heat, high explosive anti-tank. But that's really only useful when you're very close to the target and you know that you can get a certain hit. Well, he gets a splash hit on that Leopard for 33. As it's backing away. Now he's actually firing with a dilated reticule at the moment. That means his shots aren't going to be that accurate. And you can see he fired at that T150, but the shell landed a long way away. Now he's dialed in. Now he should get accurate hits. And he does. The first shot that hits 151. And that T150 is suffering other shots as well. 164 that time. Almost reloaded. Round out. The one thing, that was a direct hit as well. The one thing about if you're in another tank and you start getting hit by a Fifi, then you need to get elsewhere and quick, because if you stay where you are, you will be destroyed, because the Fifi is very accurate, very fast to fire, and he can keep you tracked virtually indefinitely. Okay, he's dialed in on that M4 and that T34-85, but they're pulling away. Okay, just as he had to adjust there, his reticule bloomed. He's at the edge of the field of fire. But he gets a good hit there on the M4. It looked like it hit the front of the vehicle. I don't think it tracked him. If it did, he burned his repair kit. Now, he anticipated it would pull back. It didn't. But there's an SU-85 as well. But he's still dialed in on the M4. And he gets a kill shot that time. So that's his first kill on the board. Right, going for the SU-85, round out, and he gets a hit. 132. Right, he fires another round in, and he gets the kill shot on the SU-85, but we don't know how much in the way of hit points it was, but it was certainly a kill shot. Going for the T-34-85 now. And that lands right in front of him. Now he's dialing in the aim again. With a good crew, you can dial in the aim as fast as you can reload. And that one looked as if it hit the front of the T-34-85. Round out. And we don't see where that shell went, so I suspect it probably did hit the target. Round out again. And again, he hit the target, or hit a target. It might be the T-34-85, it could be something else. He fires another round in. And he gets another hit! So how that T-34-85 is surviving, I don't know, because it's getting repeated hits. Oh, he's killed it this time! That's his third kill. Okay, now MT25 is on the midline. This is a tier 6 battle, and the Fifi is a tier 5 SPG. So every time he fires, he's going to be racking up a lot of experience points. Right, that's a box tank. SU-100Y. And he's moving up to fire through the village. Now you can dial in. The box tank's very big, very easy to hit. And he's taken it. He's killed it. That was 27 hit points, but it was a kill shot. Now he's dialing in on the OI experimental, and he gets a hit. Front of it. 110. Almost ready to go again, and round out. And that's a kill shot as well. 51 hit points. That's his 5th kill. One more and he gets the Top Gun. He can't see that MT25, and he's got so few rounds of ammo left. He needs to conserve it. Now the AP rounds, they only work if you actually hit the target directly. So the unfortunate thing about that is that you need to be able to make sure that you hit the target, just like the with the heat rounds. They won't work unless you hit the target bang on, like he did there with the MT25, and that's 138 hit points. He's certainly racking up the damage. He's close to getting the high caliber figure. Now that round went in, but we don't know how much damage it did. It fires another round in. And he's killed the MT25! Okay, KV1, round out. A hit, 125. He's only got 7 rounds of HE left. Round out on the KV1, another hit. Round out. No, it lands behind. Round out. No, it's moving too quickly for him to get it right. He needs to adjust his lead on the target. Unfortunately, firing with a big lead means that you can get a blown rescue. It can be very difficult, but he got that hit there, 23, and he's got another one. So he's got 2 rounds of HE left, and then he's on to the AP, and they're down by 1 tank at the moment. There's a Churchill. Now, it might be a good idea for him to switch to AP right now, because that Churchill is side on, and if he can dial in the aim on it, he got a hit there, 139, 1 round of HE left. Now, he doesn't know where the Churchill is, but he's fired a round in. Oh, he's killed the Churchill! That's his 7th kill! In all my excitement, I missed the fact that he'd actually killed when he killed the M20T25, he actually got his Top Gun. But there is an enemy tank nearby, a Matilda, the other side of that ridgeline, the railway line. And we don't know how close he is. And there's the KV1. The KV1's getting close. It's the same tank he was firing at earlier. Now he's on to AP only. But it's a big AP shell. It's a 10.5 centimeter AP shell, so it does a lot of damage when it hits the target. Oh, look at that! He wiped out the KV1 with that one shot. Brings up his high caliber, and he picks up a Radley Walters. But there's the Matilda. He's crossing the railway line. And he's behind him. Oh my god! And he's lost his fuel tank. And he's trying to get a solution, and he fires around at Matilda, and he, oh no, he left it too late. And this is a perfect opportunity where if he'd only had high explosive anti-tank, if he'd had a heat round, he might have been able to take on that Matilda face to face, but unfortunately he couldn't, and he was the last one in his team left alive. And the win 8 for that battle was 4759, but I think it was a lot higher than 4759 because he had a lot of shots that weren't recorded, that were blind shots that went into the target. But we don't know exactly what damage was done. So it'd be interesting to find out what his true win 8 was for that battle. Let's have a look at his team scores. Well, it was an ace tanker, even though it was a defeat for LT38 in the 105 leFH18B2, or leFH as the general tank public call it, as Fifi as we call it. He also picked up a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, crew incapacitations or module damage. He got 15 in that battle. He picked up a Gore's medal. He did more damage, exceeding 10 times the hit points of his own vehicle. And he got a Radley Walters medal because he managed to kill at least 8 when he took out the the KV1, the last of the enemies that he killed, with that beautiful AP round right through the centre. And he picked up a Top Gun for killing at least 6 of the enemy. And lastly, he picked up the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the battle, at least 20% of the enemy hit points. So if we look at the team scores, well, highest damage, 2,907. Kind of dwarfs the highest damage score on the enemy team, the winning team, The highest they could muster was 8,883. He had more than 3 times the damage of the highest scorer on the enemy team. 3 times the damage. Nearly 4 times the damage. Actually, it was about 3.5. He managed to get 8 kills, so it's top of the table there. Again, 4 times the number of kills that the highest scorer on the winning team got. And he managed to pick up base XP of 772. And that was actually higher than the winning score on the winning team. Would you believe it? The Matilda 4 managed to get an XP of 737, but he was higher than that, even though he was on the losing team. And of course, you get less XP if you're on the losing team than if you're on the winning team. Let's have a look at the detailed report. Well, he fired 38 rounds. So pretty amazing considering that the Fifi only carries 42 rounds in total. He fired 38 rounds, got 26 direct hits, 25 penetration and 3 splash. He did damage of 2,907 hit points, and all of it was at more than 300 meters. If only one of those shots fired at close range against the Matilda had gone through, this may have been a different ending. He received 4 hits, 3 penetrations and 1 non-penetration. He also blocked damage of 110 hit points. He hit 10 of the enemy, 2/3 of the enemy team, but killed 8 of the enemy. That's more than half of the enemy team. On a standard count, he earned 35,739 credits. And because he actually managed to get an epic medal, he gets the achievements award, which equalizes his score with that of the winning team. So he gets an extra 4,050 credits, bringing his total to 39,789. And after repair and ammunition resupply, he still takes away 33,361 credits. And that would be a good score if that's 3 times what a good score would be if you're on the winning team, let alone a losing team, to get 33,000. He received 772 base XP, and again he gets the achievements award for getting an epic medal, so he picks up an additional 431 XP, and he gets a bonus because Fifi is a premium vehicle, so he took away 1,684 XP in total, and that would be an excellent score for a winning team, let alone a loser. And you can see that with a premium account, he would have taken home 2,500 experience points, and that's very, very large. So well done indeed, LT38, and thank you for submitting this replay to What Replays. Interesting to see that you put up a good defense, and my suggestion would be carry a few heat rounds in future. AP rounds are good if you can get a direct hit on the enemy if they're really close. But the heat rounds will go through the target normally if he's coming straight at you, and that's why I carry a few HE rounds, mostly HE rounds, but a few heat rounds just in case an enemy gets too close, and then I'm ensured that I can get that round through their armor and kill them off face to face. But nice try all the same, and well done for getting all those medals. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in our next video.